next speaker, our third speaker, is going to be Stefania Alucino. The title of Stefania's speech is Healthy Home, Healthy Customers, and Healthy Profit. The length of her speech is going to be 7 to 10 minutes, and she is preparing to give the speech on Friday to a group of basement contractors. And while she's giving the speech to these contractors, she's going to be engaging in some questions and some interaction with the contractors. And while she's giving the speech here, she will end it during the time that she will be interacting with these basement contractors. Stefania.
2009 was a year a lot of us would like to forget. The result of market crashes and frozen credit markets. Some of the companies that I spoke with shared with me the stories of how they had experienced revenue drops in 2009 of 50%. And yet, those same business owners told me that their profits had only dropped 2%. What do you make of that? The idea that revenue would drop 50%, but profit would only drop 2%? What do you think? What does that mean to you?
They're more efficient. They spend.
Okay, they might be more efficient. Anybody else have any ideas?
Layoffs, cost cutting.
Cost cutting. Well, this is actually a situation where their revenue dropped, but the revenue that they lost apparently wasn't that profitable. Or at least that's my interpretation. My interpretation is that some revenue is more profitable than other revenue. In fact, I think that some growth is different than other growth. You might think of it this way. If you go to the airport, but you're not clear on where you want to go, any airplane will get you there. If you're growing your company and you're not clear on where you want to end up, any customer will get you there. 2009 was actually a wake-up call for all of us. In that very challenging economic environment, it became painfully clear that not all growth is the same. Nick was devastated when his revenue from his industrial components company dropped from $10 million to $5 million in 2009. That was the result of allowing himself to become an order taker in a robust economic environment, which was a little bit like a tide which lifted all boats. In the bad economy that followed, the tide reversed. I call that bad growth. Conversely, Tammy was delighted that her water management company's revenue increased from $9 million to $10.5 million in that same 2009 period. In her case, she stayed firm to her passion to be a leader, a green market leader in her industry. And she was rewarded with profitability and revenue growth in good economic times and bad. I call that good growth. Mixed bad growth is reactive. Tammy's good growth is proactive. Now, as business owners, we all have growth strategies. But is your growth strategy one for good growth? Here are 3 secrets to ensure that you pursue good growth. Secret number 1, pursue your passion. Secret number 2, profit from passionate customer relationships. Secret number 3, practice your entrepreneurial genius. Let's go over those 3 secrets, one at a time. Secret number 1, pursue your passion to build the business that you want. Let's explore your passion. What made you decide to become an authorized contractor for great products versus all the other competitors that you could have chosen? Now, I know some of you don't know the answer to that, so I'm going to jump quickly to the point after that. Well, those are some very interesting ideas, and I'm glad that you've captured all of those on the worksheet that I've offered you. I'd now like you to do this. I'd like you to pull out the worksheet that I've offered you, and on the back, I'd like you to spend 2 minutes writing down what passion will you call upon to build the business that you want. Now that you've done that, and you've shared it, let me summarize for you that secret number 1 is pursue your passion for good growth that's safe. Passion-driven growth distinguishes you, differentiates you in the eyes of the marketplace. Proactive growth like that actually ensures that you'll have profit and revenue increases in both good times and bad. There's no reason to have to rely on bad growth, reactive growth, growth that reduces you to a commodity, one that's forced to respond to the lowest cost. Bad growth like that only can deliver volatile, at best, revenue and profits. Passion-driven growth is not at all a luxury in today's environment. It's a necessity for safety in today's volatile economic environment. That brings me to secret number 2. Profit from your passionate customer relationships. When you share your passion, a sale is not the end, but it's the beginning of a lifetime customer annuity. What's your customer lifetime annuity? What's the value of your customer over a lifetime? If you're thinking that you never thought about your customers like that, it's no surprise. Not a lot of people think about that. In fact, when I asked Steve that question, he told me that his average revenue per client was $4,300. But he'd never thought about what a customer annuity